Good evening, everyone, and happy Wednesday. It's hump day, halfway through the week. We are live at Gateway tonight with 3-wide racing. A little bit of delay with the PS4 side on the console just because of the fact that you gotta wait for these guys to log in into the room, load in into the room to really, till the broadcaster can get in here to see what's going on. But here we are, we got the lifted Chevrolet up here up front, the 9 car, B Million in that 24 car. He did start on the pole for tonight's race. Tonight's race is 50%. Stages are included in that as well. A little bit of a lag there out of the 9. It's one of those deals that we'll have to keep an eye on all night long, as these servers aren't the best. Contact between the 12 and the 4 as the 12 goes to the low side and gets away from the 4. We're just trying to find our places, see where everybody is. I thought that 24 was B Million, but it's not, so I apologize. See if we can get some good battles going on. See what we got. We got the 48 up against the wall pretty well, as the 12 is going to sneak by him. Riding on board with the 20 currently. He was the highest, one of the highest finishers last night in the Xfinity series. So this league has him and the 18 as well are racing tonight. It's not for points. They're not racing for points. They're just keeping an eye on the 2 guys, the 18 and 20, and seeing how well they do and possibly move up into their upper level in the series. The 9 still has the lead. 24 ain't too far back from him though. I mean, he's sticking right there. Probably about a half second to a second back. The 4 car is looking to make the move on the 18. He's trying to make that high side lane work here, but at Gateway it's just so hard to do. You really want to roll it at bottom the best you can. Seems like these cars are very, very glitchy tonight. I don't think it's the server. These console servers just aren't as good like they are in iRacing. You can see the top 3 all right there together. 9, 24, and the 14. Chevy, Ford. '88 made his way around that driver pretty easily. It looks like that other driver is off, going on the inside, almost at the inside wall, it looked like, so the 88 had a pretty good run on him. Here's the other Xfinity guy I was talking about that sprinted tonight. Remember, no points for 18 or 20 tonight. Be interesting to see what these guys can do. good side-by-side action there with the 24 and the 14, and they ended up making contact. Now allowed the 14 to take that second position away, and it's allowing the 12 to move in on third place here. 24 scrapes that wall on the outside, and it's going to really allow the 12 to really close in here. You'll probably hear me complain about these cameras. It seems like if I want to go to a different driver, it's not as easy like it is on iRacing. It takes you to whatever driver the camera wants to take you to. So if you see me flipping through the cameras, it's just I'm trying to get to a certain driver to watch a certain battle going on. The 12 and the 24 are really putting on a good show here. The 12 car B Billion has the points lead after Las Vegas race. He has 20-point lead over Lifted Chevy there. Third is Pixel, fourth is Ken, fifth is Convict. Those are your top 5 in the point standings. Say the top 4 are really close. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys can play out. The 24 definitely needs to stay off that outside wall, though. It's hurting his momentum, and it's allowing that 12 to make moves. 14 looks like he's closing in on the 9. We'll see if we can get back up to that battle. Check that out. Yeah, here's the 14 and the 9 as they're battling it out for the lead. 14 has a small gap he needs to make up. It looks like 9 overdrove that corner there and allowed the 14 to close in. .24 makes it pass for second, and the 14 is going to put the bumper to him. He's going to move the 24 up the racetrack, and here comes the 12. 12 is looking to make a run, and the 12 is going to pass both of them. 12 is going to take over second place. I don't think that 24 is really happy with the 14 right now. We'll keep an eye on this, see how it plays out. They make more contact. The 12 goes back to 4th. 24 does take that second spot away. 14 nearly collided with him going in turns 3. Right there, the 24 opened up his gap just a little bit over the 14. While all this was happening, though, the 9 really stepped out and has a commanding lead going. We are just a handful of laps away of the end of stage 1 tonight. Here's another good battle. The 18 and the 12. This is a battle for 4th. I think we are getting a word that a driver may have lagged out. As I was saying, this server is really laggy. You can see these cars all over the place. Lifted Chevy though, he's probably got about a 2 to 3 second lead over second place. It's kind of hard to give you guys the accurate information. That is going to do it for end of stage 1. Stage winner is going to be the 9 car of Lifted Chevy. It's always glad to see a Chase Elliott fan in a league. I'm assuming he's a Chase fan. Back, green flag is back out. 9 gets a pretty good restart, and so does the 24. The 24 is going to stay right here with him. 24 is using that outside, and he finally goes back inside. He's going to try to do the crossover on the 9 car. He's got the momentum going down the back stretch, all over the back bumper of the 9. 24 is looking high now, but I don't know if he's going to be able to clear him here. And here comes the 48. Another Hendrick car, and the 24 is going to put the bumper to the 9. Drag race as they go down to turn 1. The 24 is looking to take a position away. He's driving pretty aggressive at this point in the race, but I think you got to if you want to be able to contend for a race win later on. So you want this track position, you want to keep it. Most importantly though, you want those stage points that's coming up at the end of stage 2 here. Kind of watching this battle, see how it plays out. 9 holding his own so far early on in stage number 2. Drives a little bit deep there, turns 3 and 4, and it's going to allow the 24 to close in just a little bit, but it's going to be who can outbrake who down here in turns 1 and 2 to see if they can really gain or lose. The 9's going to drive it in a little bit too deep, and that's going to allow the 24 to draw back in again. So the 24 is keeping the 9 honest early on. He's not letting the 9 get away. Now the 24 drives it in just a little too deep. All that's allowing it to do is the 48 to close in. He's our in-race reporter there sitting in 3rd in the 48 car. So great battle with the top 5 here. Now the 20 is looking to take a spot away from the 48. Riding on board with the 14 car, he's currently in 3rd, trying to see what he can do, what moves he can make to get up there in front of these two to take first place away. I tell you that 24 is looking really strong so far at this early in the race, and the 9's doing whatever he can to hold off that 24 car. I think that 24 car is way quicker right now. Back on riding with the 24 as he's trying to chase down the 9 car. Not much has changed from second on back. 14 still holds on to third, the 48 still on to fourth. It'd be interesting to see if these guys decide to shift as these track lap times go down, to see if they can make up more speed elsewhere, like in turns 3 and 4, see if they shift down into third or whatever. I know a few guys who have done that depending on their gear ratio and these custom setups. It's a really good battle. It seems like the top 5, 6, 7 are underneath a blanket. All racing hard for positions, all chasing down the 9 car currently. Now the 14 has a little bit of a run on that 24 car. Let's see what he can do to get by him. Back on board with the 14 as this battle continues. '24 is looking on the high side of the 9. Nine done a pretty good job of keeping his momentum forward and holding off the 2 charging behind him pretty hard. Now the 48's looking to make a move on the 24 car here for position. 14's going to body slam the 24. I think that was just a lag issue though. 24's running that lower line like I think you should around this place. Gateway's a tough place. It's an egg shape. I feel like it's like a miniature Darlington, and I don't like both tracks. I'm terrible on both of these tracks, Darlington and Gateway. So when I run here, I'm usually toward the back. Not all the way in the back, just toward the back. Five laps to go left in stage number 2. Man, this stage has really flown by tonight. Friday night, guys, over on Lightning Speed TV, YouTube, and on Facebook, we will be going to Las Vegas underneath the lights on iRacing for High Octane Sim Series Racing League. That's our next broadcast, Friday night. Should be a good one. See there, the 14, he's taking that second place away from the 24. 9 goes sideways. That's going to allow the 14 to take the race lead here. 18's in the grass. 14's still your race leader. 24 is sitting in second, holding strong, as the 48 is in third. I'm not sure what happened to the 9 car. I really wish that this game we could go back and watch replays and all that fun stuff. I think it'd be so much better, just for the viewers back at home wanting to know what happened and how things got started and whatnot. 24, he's going to be the race leader here as they come in out of turn 3 or turn 2. Drive it off deep into turns 3. The 14's almost there. I thought he was going to put the back bumper to him, but he didn't. The 48's closing in on the 14. 24, he needs to pull a gap. See if he can gap the 2 behind him that's fighting for second. This is what the 24 needs, though. He really needs the 14 and the 48 to really start to battle side by side to allow that gap to get bigger. And it looks like that's going to be into stage number 2. 24, old Michael, is going to win stage number 2. I got confused because I didn't see that 14 on the screen. There he is. Not sure what happened to him. Back out of 41 is going to stack him up here. I don't know if he forgot to pit or he took 2 tires, but he was the race leader.
41 forgot to pit there and spun the tires. That's what caused that yellow.
That 41 did forget to pit and he spun the tires. Old tires don't help any, and he spun them and stacked them up, caused caution. So that's going to let the 24 be your race leader. Meanwhile, the 18 and the 20, they're looking pretty good. They're up inside the top 5 for a couple of Xfinity drivers. Doing pretty good, holding their own stuff with the cup level guys that we have up here. '20 gets a pretty good restart along with the 24. 24 is her control car though. 20 stayed alongside of him. Tried to fill that hole in down there in the turn 2 and couldn't quite do it. The 48 though, he's looking pretty good, trying to get on the inside of the 3 car. That's Iceman in there in the 3. We are in now stage number 3 as the 24 decides to put on ice skates and go skating down here, and then he takes them back off. That's just part of that lag on these console guys. We did get some breaking news today from work. I told this league earlier that I would not be able to finish the season out due to me having to go to night shift now. It's supposed to go about 2 or 3 months ago, and they delayed it. They kept on telling me I wouldn't have to go, and now it looks like I am. So I'm not sure how many more races I'll be able to broadcast this league or Tuesday or Thursday night's league for NASCAR over on iRacing, but it's very unfortunate because I love broadcasting, and first year doing it, I learned a lot. Seems we got another caution out. These cars are slowing down. Cars on the back stretch, double file. One thing I don't think this league does is the choose rule. You see some leagues do what NASCAR implemented last year or the year before, where the drivers get to choose what lane they want to start. But obviously, we got pit stops coming up. See if anybody decides to take 2 tires or they're going to take off 4. I think you're better off taking 4 tires here. '24 took 2, 12, 20, the 3 is side by side. They're coming out of pit road now. They gotta use the access road all the way around. That's what the league officials was telling these guys. Even on green flag pit stops, they're gonna have to use it. Which that's the same thing we did for our league whenever I ran a league on the PS4 side a couple years ago. Looks like the 4 car decided to stay out and he's going to be a race leader now. They're gonna go another lap by. I was expecting them to go this time by, but I guess not everybody was here or lined up in their proper positions. And these guys do go at the line. They keep it fair for everybody, that way everybody knows when they're going, and just makes it simple. They are coming to the green. Not sure how many laps are left. Now, Ford did not get going. He really allowed the 24 to get away there. Three wide as they go into turns. Still 2 or 3 wide here. Coming off turn number 2. great battle for second.
Really cleared up so well, but yeah, he's been laying down tonight.
41 is under fire from the 9. The 41's also trying to put pressure on the 20. The 9's pitting the bumper to the 41, and he's going to take a position away. Here's that 9 car. He led early on. He may have had some pit stops that really helped his car out. Because I felt like he was holding up the 24 there for a while. I felt like the 24 had the fastest car out of the two, but now we'll see as the 9 is trying to roll the bottom and go underneath the 20 here. So lifted Chevy takes a position away. The 12 is going to try to take this third spot away from the 20 car. We'll have to keep an eye on the 9 and 24, and also the 12. I think he can contend with the top two and see what happens as this race unfolds. See how much time the 9 can make up here on the 24. Further on back, we haven't really talked about some of these guys in the back of the race a whole lot today. We got the 42 Green Pixel trying to make a move on the 14. You can see just about everybody's single file. It's so hard to pass here at Gateway. One of my least favorite tracks, like I said earlier in the broadcast. Now the 42's looking, see if he can make a move on the 4 car here. Oh yeah, he should be able to now as the 4 bounces off that outside wall. Further up in the field, we got the riding on board with the 41, watching the 12 and 9. They made a little contact out of turn number 2. Going down the backstretch. 41's really closed in here on the 9. I thought the 9 was going to be able to close that gap in on the 24, but it doesn't appear to be the case right now as the 9 falls back to 3rd and the 12 car of B. Million has worked his way up to 2nd. 12 was also a post sitter for tonight's race. Here's another driver we haven't really talked about, the 88. He's going to drive it in a little bit too deep here and loses a little bit of ground. It's about 34, 35 laps to go in tonight's race. Shout out to the 48 for giving me that update. Try to leave him alone as much as possible just to let him do the driving, and he'll keep me updated on things whenever he can. The 88 though, he's scraping that outside wall. It's a place where you don't want to be. trying to see if the 9 car can chase down the 12, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He worked his way up to second, now he's back here in third. He's just kind of settling in for the moment. I'm gonna ride around with the 48, see how he's doing. He's currently in 6th position currently. Trying to make nothing out of something. Just had a solid run. Just hoping to get by this 5 car though to finish inside the top 5 tonight. If these guys have to pit, it's going to come down who cannot make mistakes getting off of pit road, as they have to use that access road. Who can be the quickest and cleanest about getting off of it? I thought the 20 was getting hit, but that wasn't the case. It's just how much these cars lag whenever you go and put the brakes on these cars to try to get them to slow down. See that really big time lag out of the 20 car now. He's gonna get past here possibly by the 48. The 48's going to move up inside the top 5, running 5th. The 20 car, he's going to try to give him his run for his money, go back on the high side. 48's fighting back. It's a pretty good battle for 5th place here. Not allowed the 18 to move in. Now he's battling for 5th. That's going to move the 48 back to 7th. The 20 and 18 are battling out side by side for 5th position. Pretty good battle. I've been impressed with this group of guys so far. They're trying to race clean and race aggressive at the same time, and it's not always easy to do, especially on a console league. But we can run it through running order real quick, at least the top 3 or 4. The 24 is the race leader. Running second is B Million in that 12 Ford Mustang. Third we got Lifted Chevy. Fourth we got the 18 car. Then 5th we got the 41 car. I'll tell you, whenever you click on the next driver, it takes you to random. I wish I'd take it down to whatever position these guys were in, just to make it easier. Looks like the 42's on pit road. Oh, it's the 9, I apologize. Oh, the 42, yep. He's right up there, I see him inside of his pit box. He's coming out, so we'll see what the 9 car does. He was in 3rd whenever he decided to come down pit road to get service done. Seemed kind of a slow pit stop, seemed like about 16, 17 seconds, something like that to get service done. Now we got the 24 on pit road as well. 4 tires and fuel. Less than 30 laps to go in tonight's race. See here the 4, he's trying to use that access road the best he can coming onto pit road. It's going real slow. Trying to be careful, you don't want to get a speeding ticket penalty or anything. .41 is also in, and so is the 18. .48's completing his service. He gets a bump from the 4 and gets turned and gets it going straight again. That's part of the lag on this game. You can see here the 14 should have a penalty. He's pitting outside of his pit box here. He's got the nose in the other pit box. I know it's not his choice. It's just how the game is. Still fun to joke and laugh about that. We also got the 88 on pit road. He's completed his service. Is now under away. 3 as well. So, if nobody made any mistakes, that should have the 24 of old Michael still your race leader here. Three car, he's back on pit road, so he's gonna go multiple laps down more than likely. 4 car bouncing off that outside wall. It's so easy to do here. You want to get back on that throttle as fast as you can, trying to get the power down. Sometimes you just run out of real estate on that outside, and that wall is right there, and you have no place to go except to hitting it sometimes. There's about 15 laps to go in tonight's race. 24 still leads. 12 car holding on strong to second. I want to say the 18 is in third or fourth. I think the 4 car might be in third. It's really aggravating for the viewers at home whenever you can't have a running order on the console side of things. I know for the people who watch the broadcast on iRacing, you can see the leaderboards and all the pretty pictures that we've been putting up of the different logos and stuff like that. And I know a lot of people really like the timing tower that we have over on the iRacing side, just to see where their favorite driver is. So we've flip-flopped through so many different racing towers and timing loops throughout the season over on Friday nights, especially just to play with them and get a better understanding of how they work and which ones we liked better. And I think we settled on one that the viewers like and I like and the league owner likes. So it'd be really, really nice if we had that over here on the Heat 5 side. Going to keep a close eye on the 24 and the 12 to see if the 12 can make up any ground at all. Next Wednesday night, though, we travel to Auto Club. We head out west on a slick track. Auto Club is all about draft and how well you can work those turns. It's like a big Michigan pretty well. How you can work the draft and work the turns, how your entry is into those turns, and how well you can get that corner exit speed to keep your momentum going forward. So we'll find out what happens next Wednesday night at Auto Club. But for right now, there's about 9 laps left to go in tonight's race. See the really spreading out. 24 is pretty much has done everything but won this race tonight. He won stage 2. Looks like he's trying to finish this one out as a race winner yet tonight. That'd be a huge momentum booster for him. It's valuable points that he can gain on the point leader. Michael, he's currently, before tonight's race, was 7th in points, 26 points back from the race leader, or from the point standings leader. So it'll be interesting to see how many points he does gain on Million as these two are racing it out. Five laps to go in tonight's race. 6 to go. There's a 24 still walking the dog, cruising. He don't want no cautions. Manual cautions are done for. They said whenever there's 8 laps left in the race that there will not be any more manual cautions. I'll tell you though, it seems like this race went by pretty quick. We went live about an hour ago, close to it, and here we are an hour later, almost done with tonight's race. Not much action happening. I'm trying to find some, and a lot of people are just spaced out. The 14 bounces off that outside wall. It's going to allow the 20 to get away just a little bit from the 14. At 24 puts a 3-car lap down. It's really unfortunate though what happened to the 9 car, because he won stage number 1, and once the 24 got the lead, 24 really hasn't looked back. 2 laps to go in tonight's race. He's coming down the back stretch. Last lap for the 24 car as he's making his way in turns number 1 right now. He's got the 88 right there in front of him. The 88 hasn't been off to a strong start yet this season. He needs to make a rebound next week at Auto Club, and we'll see what he has there. But tonight and last week he looked kind of off. The 24 though, he's now in turns 3 and 4, coming out of 4 now, and he's going to win it. He's going to be your tonight's race winner. 24 gets it done. Believe second place is going to be Million. I'm not sure about third or any other positions further on back. We do know that the 3 car is a lap down. We are going to try to get some post-race interviews going on tonight. Not sure if we can. We won't be able to see the standings. We learned that last week, that we can't see the official results from tonight's race. But we do know your race winner is old Michael in that 24 machine. See, some of these guys are backing out. They put up a pretty good race tonight, I thought. We saw a lot of passing. There's one manual caution.
I got it. I got the pictures.
Not too bad. Next Wednesday night we're at Auto Club. 12 car had the fastest lap. Sorry about that, guys. Brendan was talking to me. Next Wednesday night, Auto Club, for anybody who is interested. This coming Friday night, we do have, on iRacing, High Octane Sim Series travels to Las Vegas. They got three races left in their season. So it'll be interesting to see who can come away with a championship over there. 7 o'clock is the start time for Friday night for anybody who's wanting to tune in, and it will be broadcast on both Facebook and on YouTube. I appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight. Until next time.